When did you first realize that he had a real talent for the game?
When they came out the womb for me picking my wife. This stuff was planned, man. This wasn't no accident. Folks, man, when I was growing up, I had a lot of little short cuties. A tall, pretty woman like that, this basketball, man. What else can go together?
What about Lonzo in the next level? How do you think he fares?
It's going to get easier for Lonzo as we go. When he gets to the pros, the game is even faster, and that's when he's at his best. Take the trade in. You trade in Bryce for D Wade? For Hamilton for Iguodala? Get away from TJ Leaf and give him Anthony Davis? Come on, man. Hey, and the game is faster. This out, Lonzo's no longer 19. He's turned 20. He's going to change from a boy to a man. My boys want to be the best players ever. People don't want to think that far in front. I've told them this since day one, since they've been babies. Somebody got to be better than Jordan. Why not you? The key to life is not making all the money in the world. The key to life is finding something that you have a passion for and you happen to get paid for it. It's not like work. You just love doing it. That's the key to life. Because after you done bought everything, what's left?
Let's go to something you should regret.
You know what?
You gonna beat Michael Jordan? You taking one-on-one?
Really? Michael Jordan?
I'm just saying, you would take Michael Jordan one-on-one?
Like I told you,
you know better than that.
No, you know better than that.
Gentlemen, neither of you listen. Let's take a timeout.
You take a timeout.
Timeout?
You got some questions.
Who said timeout? I don't know what timeout is.
You're going to learn today.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
I got some more questions for you. All right, we need to get started. Okay, I get a word in here. You will. I get a word in.
Just getting started here. Also coming up, LaVar, sticking around. Appreciate it. Deshaun Jackson, I'm very familiar with. One, LaVar Ball. Stephen A., you were starting to ask about MJ.
Yeah. I got this. You know, listen, I ain't going to get on that. I'm not going to be like everybody else and talk about, what you did or didn't do when you were in college. Forget all of that. Right. What I'm asking you is a simple question. We talk about the GOAT here, the greatest of all time, Michael Jordan, and you running your mouth talking about you going to beat him one-on-one. Why would you say something so blasphemous?
In my heyday, he would need help.
Really?
He's too small. His name is big, and y'all like, it was a 5-on-5. 5-on-5 game, he good. One-on-one, I'm undefeated, never lost.
Will you stop it?
Never lost one-on-one.
That don't make any sense. Listen,
can't nobody beat me in heyday one-on-one.
Why you saying stuff like that?
The distance one-on-one.
That's exactly. You look like you were tired.
Hey, let me ask you this like I tell him.
That's why you smiling right now.
Did I win or lose? Did I win or lose?
Right.
All I care about is the W. I don't care how I get it.
You were tired from dancing, and you talking about you going to beat Michael Jordan?
Michael Jordan. How you going to beat me?
You know what?
I got to hear how you going to beat me.
Pick your poison.
How's he going to beat me?
Why are you saying stuff like this?
Tell me how's he going to beat me.
Why are you doing this? Why are you? Is this another marketing tool of yours?
Check this out.
What?
Everybody used to say who's the best, Michael Jordan or
Who did you
LeBron.
think was the best?
They
Who
said,
did you think
who's
was the best?
Kobe or LeBron?
Who did you think was the best?
Guess what the story is now? Who's better, LaVar or Michael Jordan?
Nobody think about no damn LaVar.
Yes, they are. Look at you. Who we talking about?
Think about no LaVar.
Me and
LaVar? Are you good? Lonzo, yes. Not LaVar.
Lonzo don't want to see me. I'm too big, too strong. One-on-one?
You know what? I'm going to
5-on-5, he great.
The blasphemy coming out of your mouth.
You're not ready for this. Welcome to First Take. We're going to debate about my favorite subject, the ball boys. Lonzo is the best because he's the oldest. He has to set the stage. The other one's got to follow. You got to have a pattern first. And he's the first one with the pattern. But LiAngelo is the best on the fact that he's the biggest and the strongest. Come on. He's way stronger and way bigger than Lonzo. That's why I'm saying Jello is the best. Those other two are good, but no. LaMelo is going to be the best. He's the best on the fact that he has more creativity. Come on. And they've already set the stage. He's something new. He's a combination of both of them. But at the end of the day, all the ball boys can ball.
All I gotta say is it's about damn time you came to First Take. LaVar Ball in the house, thank you so much for being here with us.
Hey, thank you for having me.
I want to start with you on the comments about LeBron's son not living up to expectations, and you didn't back down on those comments. Were you surprised at how upset he was?
No, because like I said, anytime you talk about somebody's kids, people get real touchy. Okay, that was my opinion on what I felt about it. Somebody asked me a question about that. I didn't come out and say, well, you know what? I think my boys are going to be better than LeBron James boys. I don't care what he does with his family. Let him do what he going to do. But for him to say he warned me and keep words out of my mouth, you talking to the wrong dude. I'm going to say whatever I want to say, and ain't nobody going to do nothing. Come do something.
You don't think it was too personal, though?
It wasn't personal. I didn't say his kid was like, oh, man, he sucks. He's not going to be that. I'm just saying, show me a superstar athlete that had a son that was better than him. Or I'm talking about a superstar. I ain't talking about no regular player.
Usually doesn't work that way.
It
Usually
never works that way.
Bobby Bonds is the dad,
Right.
and Barry Bonds is the kid, Ken Griffey Sr., all-star is the dad, and the superstar is the kid. But in this case, so I understand where you're coming from, and I've defended you a lot on TV recently.
Yes.
I like
you,
the fact
Rex.
that, thank you. I like the fact that you have a big imagination
Right.
and you don't put limits on your kids. You
Exactly.
and now all of a sudden that they've gotten there, now everyone's criticizing you somehow. They got there somehow. It's not like they did it all by themselves. So I've been defending you. But in this case, if someone asks you a question about someone else's kids, isn't the right thing to say, whether or not you have a point, that the kid has a lot of potential? In other words, you say nice things about the other guy's kid who's still a kid.
I said I'm not even worried about the boy's 12 years old.
Right.
Who knows what he's going to do? Make me...
But shouldn't somewhere there be how you're rooting for him? Because he's a 12-year-old kid. He will hear these quotes.
I'm not rooting for him. I don't know him. So I'm not rooting for him. Let his daddy root for him. I root for my son. You root for your son.
Sure. Why are those two things mutually exclusive?
If his son is out there, my son is out there. People going to either talk good or bad about him.
But your son is about to go into the NBA, might win a national championship. Knock wood, I picked him.
No, he's going to win a
this
national
year,
championship.
and his kid is 12 years old.
Yes, that's why I really don't care about his kid. He got to worry about his own kid. Now, if I say something about your kid, it was my opinion. That's not saying that my word is the final word, but my word is the final word in my family.
But this is the kind of thing where people will say, okay, I hear this from people and I argue with them. Yeah, we'll give him credit. He does have a big imagination. He did get his kid to a certain place. But he's wrapped up in himself to the point where he doesn't have the perspective that, hey, that's a 12-year-old kid. Maybe say something nice or not at all.
Well, I'm always going to say something, whether it be nice or mean. You can take it how you want it. Now, if you're touchy and you take it in a bad way, that's on you. It's in a good way that, hey, make him better than you. And you know what? When he is better than you or whatever, I don't care.
I see a lot of comparisons right now between Lonzo's game and Steph Curry's game. A lot of stuff that I'm reading is saying he's a bigger, more athletic Steph Curry. What do you say to those comparisons?
I say this to comparisons, man, you got to compare somebody to something. But you can't compare my boy to nobody. They tried. I'm going to tell you this. You say he's like Jason Kidd, but he's taller than Jason Kidd. Okay, he jumps better than Jason Kidd. He's longer than Jason Kidd. He got a better shot than Jason Kidd. How you comparing him? You comparing him to Steph Curry. You know why? I'm going to give you something. Adidas Nation has compared my boy. Guess who they compared him to when they didn't think he was that good? Kendall Marshall. Another light-skinned guard. So you only compare my boy to the color. If you look at him, he more built and play like Penny Hardaway.
You think he can be as good as Steph Curry in the NBA?
Heck no. He's going to be better than Steph Curry in the NBA.
Steph Curry's pretty good, Mr. Ball.
Steph Curry is really good. My son is young. He got time to go.
Mm.
And you only consider him good because he won a couple of championships.
Right.
Don't let him win no championships, then say he's good. He makes some shots at the right time. Hey. But I tell you what, he's not as young as my boy. You're not going to be able to say this until my boy finished playing in his career or whatever. Then they're going to look back and say, man, how did LaVar know all this?